Let's just smile today. Ooh, let's just smile today. Yeah, baby. Oh, baby, let's just smile today. Hey, hey. Come on, baby, let's just smile today.
Hello, my name is Billy Diamond, and I just wanted to come at you here today from the beautiful Hotel Hershey here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and just basically relax talk a little bit. I've dealt with guys over the years in my prop fabrications and selling to guys, and as I've done that, it seems that we've all run into the same obstacle, and that is the selection of material. So I guess it doesn't matter if you're an amateur or a hobbyist or a professional. We all kind of run into the same snag from time to time, and that is, how do you select material that is appropriate for your show? Whether you're producing a new show, or you're adding to an existing show, or you're having to theme a show. So there's a lot of elements that have to be thought out in that process. I have put something together that I call the DIMS process, or the DIMS formula. And DIMS basically stands for this: does it make sense? Okay? Does it make sense? Okay? The DIMS formula. Think about it this way. A Hollywood producer or a director of a movie, what do they try to accomplish when they're putting all this together? You can have so much content, but a really good producer and a good director is going to cut. And so it's not so much about how much you have, but how little you have. So think of your magic act that way as you're putting all your stuff together. And that's what I try to do, that I've done over the years. Cut. And it's always a process. I'm not there even myself yet. It's always a process of putting it in front of an audience, testing it, and seeing what works, what doesn't work. So there's a lot to that as well. But if you use that simple approach of, does it make sense? Step out of the equation as a magician. Oh, well, I like this trick because I like this trick. Start thinking like your audience. Start thinking about the type of shows that you do. Obviously, if I'm a birthday magician, I'm not going to do fire magic in my show. So we tend to not think sometimes, and I say we, me included. It's so important that we step out of that when we're producing our shows, to understand more about our audience and more about the tricks that fit who we are. We also should think about, well, let me see, if I have several vanishes in the show, do I need one more trick that is a vanish? Or how about a levitation? I always try to take all these different elements and try to combine them together. So you might have a vanish, you might have an appearance, you might have a levitation or a suspension, you might have a mutilation type of effect. All these different things to think about, okay, as you're producing that show. So my job today in this video is just to simply get you to think. So over the years of talking to all these different people, you know, some of the things that are so easily overlooked is, how am I going to transport that prop to my show? Am I a magician that does a fly-in show where I get on a plane with a case and I go? Or I'm a cruise ship magician. I'm limited to my baggage as well. So all these things that have to be thought out in that process. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Once again. So think about your travel and how you're going to be traveling. Am I going to require a lot of space of that? Am I also going to require a lot of manpower to set that prop up? Or do I even need an assistant? Or is this a trick that I can do all by myself? So I'm giving you a lot of information here, and probably information you already even know about, but maybe you're overlooking it, as I do sometimes myself. It's very important that we step back, think about our audience, and here again, does it make sense? So I've talked a lot of guys out of buying my props because they think if I just have that next effect, it's going to make me a better magician. Simply not the case at all, my friend. Think about what you're doing, what your needs are. Does it fit your character? Look at all these elements as you're thinking about purchasing a new effect for your show, whether that's a custom piece or you're scouring the magic sites just to see what the new and latest greatest effect is. How many of us, myself included, have tricks that are sitting in storage or in our drawers that we never use because we bought it on impulse thinking, oh, that's such a great trick, I'm going to use that someday. And it never comes out because it wasn't thought through. So I want to encourage you in the process, and even as you look over my website, that you'll take time to think about, is this an effect that I can really use? And if so, let's take it another step further. How can I make it my own? How can I bring it to my character and who I am as a person? So again, my name is Billy Diamond. I want to thank you so much for being with me today here at the beautiful Hotel Hershey and watching this video. And should you have any questions for me, please feel free to email me. And I also want to encourage you to jump back on my site, and that site is www.mynameisbillydiamond.com. Until next time, have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.